What's up, my friend? Pull up a chair, take a seat. It's time for your daily dose of Broodwar. We've got here in the left LARVA, and over on the right side of the map, Speed. This is Neosylphid. And I've got to be honest, guys, we're running a bit low on LARVA replays. We do not have many of those left. Shortly after this game was played, Black Scissors, this account was deleted, and we haven't heard from LARVA since. So, hiding out on a anonymous account, I can't imagine why he would want to do that, aside from looking forward to an ASL run in the future. If he was just playing for fun and not planning to come back to the ASL, I would assume he would just play on a normal account and the stats be what they may. People can see what he's doing, not a big deal. But if he's actually planning on coming back and having a good run, maybe he wants to hide his strategy. So switching accounts could be a good deal in that case, could be a good idea in that case. But we're not 100% sure as of yet. Of course, we do have this one series though for you. Speed is a pretty good Terran player. He's gonna give LARVA a run for his money, although LARVA has been looking like he never left. Honestly, playing some fantastic games. He is a little bit rusty, and maybe Speed can take some games off of him. Already seeing 2 racks play out of Speed. Speed is one of those players who's on the come up, aka sexy. He's made it into ASL in season 11, though he got knocked out pretty early by Best and Action in the group stages. The early group stages had a pretty tough group, but since then he hasn't really made it into any of these major tournaments. He did participate in some KCM though. That's actually where most of his earnings have come from, which is kind of cool to see. Made a few $1,000s off of playing in the KCM. Hasn't really made any money elsewhere by playing professionally, but it does take quite a long time for any of these players, unless you're Flash, in which case when you're like 15 years old you're already one of the best in the world. But most of these players need a lot of time to build up their skills, to really get accustomed to this game and kind of hit that upper echelon of pro play. It's like Speed blocking out these lings here. LARVA made quite a few lings. Wanted to pick off maybe a few Marines here in the natural, but a smart bunker here at the front with the wall in the supply depot. Gonna mean Speed is very, very safe here. His push out is gonna be a little bit difficult to contend with. 2 hatch Muta coming out of LARVA. His third base is on the way here. Gonna be taking that high ground third, so maybe looking for a all-in Hydra play or all-in Muta play, or possibly going into Hydra Defiler later on in the game, going up to 3 Fax and an eBay. I haven't seen this specific positioning before. Scan here on the natural, sees the eggs are morphing, but he doesn't see much more than that. Could be Hydra, just doesn't know at this moment. Looks like he's gonna go ahead and throw down the turrets anyway. He didn't build a second comsat, so he's not gonna have the liberty, the option here of adding or of sending out a second scan to confirm. Just gonna have to go with his gut feeling, and his gut feeling turns out this time to be correct. We'll have turrets finishing up just in the nick of time here as the first few mutas arrive at the base. There's that first turret. Couple turrets here in the main, still not quite done. He actually opted to go for the turrets in the natural first. Ling's trying to dive on that, but quick stim and hop into the bunker saves that turret. And this positioning is looking a little bit I don't know. I don't think this is going to cover too well. Especially if he comes in here from the bottom. Only 2 turrets are going to hit. He could go after this one. As soon as this turret is killed, it becomes a lot harder to hold on. You can hit all of these SCVs at the bottom patches without too much trouble. He's just going to go after SCVs for now. And the fact that he's going after SCVs and not after the Marines here makes me feel like he's going to be going for some sort of transition. Nice job lowering this SCV count. Now actually exceeding his opponent in that overall worker count. The mutas clumped up here. Let's take a look at their HP. Going in for some trades here on the Marines now. Gonna have to limit this Marine count a little bit as they start to move forward. You cannot just ignore this. Good fighting so far with the Marines. No Sunkens here, so he really does need to stay out here and actually fight with these. The rush distance is not very far on Neosylphid. I don't think you can start a sunken colony and have it finish in time if your opponent stims and kind of goes across the map directly. This Marine count has been lowered significantly, though. There's the factory. Starport's on the way here. Just 3 barracks means that this is not going to replenish quickly. Zerg side of things, Queen's Nest and Hydralisk Den will be finishing up here shortly. It's like we'll have a pretty quick hive. Diving into the main now, taking over control of these barracks, but the moment he does, speed starts to move out. And again, the lack of sunken colonies here forces Larva to retreat immediately. Needs to keep track of that small army. Good pickoffs there in the main base. Managing to snipe a medic and a Marine pretty much for free. No more turrets here around the barracks, and actually Larva going to come in once again and shut that down. 4th barracks on the way here. Larva kind of calling the bluff that speed is actually going to try and go across the map. And continuing to harass here in the main base. Oh, gonna lose 1 muta. Trying to trap these mutas now. Not gonna be able to. No more mutas have been added on, though. You can see this number hasn't been growing, and as some are sliced off of this pack. Okay, here we go. More mutas coming up now. There's some more as well. It's gonna go back up to 11. But Lurker upgrade is not quite yet done. It will be finishing up here shortly, but speed is moving across the map here. This is a challenge for Larva. He's gonna have to fight this army with his mutas in order to buy enough time to get those sunken colonies up, get these lurkers finished. It's still a little ways away from finishing, and even if he was starting the lurkers right now, the Marines would arrive in time to surround those. So again, Larva has to start picking off some of these Marines. He's gonna come in from the back. Oh no, a miss micro. Did a miss micro there from Larva. It's like these have all stimmed up pretty quite a lot, so dying to just 1 shot from the sunken colony. Now the medics are going to arrive and start to heal these. Lurker egg here in the front, soaking up quite a bit of that damage. Marines really do almost nothing to these eggs. It takes so long to kill them. Canceling that 1 lurker and burrows 4 here in the natural. That's going to be enough. We don't have anything over here, but lurkers will be finishing up here shortly. And so Larva has held on for now. What do we have back at home? A couple of Valkyries. But those are not going to do well against the lurkers that are popping out now. Defiler's Mound is coming down as well. This hive was very, very quick. Started up before the what's it called? Hydralisk Den even finished, and we got upgrades going to Evo Chambers, but not double upgrades just yet. Here we go, some Valkyries finding these mutas out on the field. Does pick off 1 of the Valkyries, but loses quite a bit of HP on all of these. Mutas looking pretty worthless now at this point. Oh, hold position Marine. Or hold position lurkers here with that Marine sitting over top. A little bit of a bait here from Larva. We'll see if speed ends up stepping on that. I heard a scan, but it looks like it wasn't quite on top of those lurkers, just barely not. So he could still end up stepping on that, but it looks like he's going for a tank push here. Tank push heading over towards the natural. Gonna lose this Valkyrie, but at the cost of quite a few mutas now. Marines and medics plus tanks trying to shove in here towards this natural ASAP. We've got 2 lurkers here, and the consume is just now going to finish up. He's going to consume a drone and use that to hold this position. Nicely done. Gets right up on top of these tanks here. Gonna shove everything back. I think the mutas all went down. No, not quite. Just 5 mutas left with almost no HP. They're gonna be useful for drop defense at least. But speed gonna move up here towards this angle. He can actually hit the gas from here, I think, as long as he has vision range on the high ground. Yeah, now that he has a science vessel, he can see that. Gonna start to hit this sunken colony. If he brings the science vessel forward, he can also hit the lurkers up here as well. Losing some drones. I heard an irradiate. There it is. Defiler is gonna go down here. Darkstorm does get off though, and looks like he can actually hit this tank. So he will have to unsiege and move that tank out of the way. Lurkers here on the high ground. Do we have another Defiler? Where is it? Starting to lose drones here in the main. Taking some hits on these drones. Losing the gas drones is kind of big. Few mutas moving around the map. He's going to try and kill this one tank. It's very low. He does get it. 1 kill on 1 tank makes a world of difference here. Takes so much longer to push through anything with just 1 tank than it does with 2. Defiler going to make its way up here. And I think this should be a held base now. With these lurkers burrowing in range of the tank, that's going to pick that off. And now he should be able to hold on in this position. Lurker's going to go down here on the left side, but more lurkers going to join up with this fight and push back these Marines once and for all. Marines here in the middle, and being forgotten about by speed. He could try to pick this off, and he will. Just noticing it now, going to fall back after picking up that 1 little kill. Not bad though. A Defiler killed some pressure on this base. He's managed to prevent a 4th base from going down. But what is this? Moving through the middle of the map. Looked like that was on a right click there. Very small army moving forward. I don't think this can do much. And Larva is really starting to get big now. Ooh, drop ships are popping out. Speed is going to go for one last hurrah. The Lotto ships are going to be sent into the main while this attack is going down. Oh, an eraser trick here. How many drones will we see going down? All of them are going to try to hop through the Nidus, but positioning them right in front of the Nidus, and so many of them end up dying. There's only 3 left. 3 managed to get through the Nidus. All of the rest went down. There's no Defiler here. Actually, he probably could have killed a few more lurkers. However, we're going to be backing away for now. That was some serious damage, some really reasonable damage there from speed. And now he's going to be flying in with the drops. Here we go. This is the real Hail Mary attack into the main base. If he can get this, would mean a huge amount. But unfortunately, Larva already having a Scourge prepped for this. He knew it was going to be coming in. And does he see this actually? I think, okay, he does actually see that. He sees these dropships moving around the bottom side. But did he notice it? Yeah, he did. He totally noticed it. Oh God. He's going to get wrecked if he tries to fly in here. One Marine up in that top corner. I thought I saw an attack coming through here, but I guess because there was the Defiler there. Oh, Plague went down on these units. This is really the main show here right now, though. Gonna drop out some Malings. He loses the science. Drop out some Marines. He loses the science vessel. Unfortunate there. Speed. He's running out of gas right now, and Larva is getting really, really big now. Going for those Hydralisk upgrade is going to be a Hydralisk Defiler game from here. Couple Lotto ships flying into the main. Can he get any damage done? Those Scourge pop out, but they do not connect. Looks like he's gonna get that dropship at least, but there's so many Hydras here. Lurkers as well. Oh my god, everything just getting cleaned up so nicely for Larva by all of his fresh units popping out. He gets a great plague as well. He's gonna go for another one on all these. Oh man, that's so painful. Another awesome plague there. All of the science vessels are gonna be taken super, super low. Speed is trying to get more units out on the field here, trying to break one of these positions, but it's just not gonna happen. Too many lurkers here on high ground, too many Hydras as well. Lurker's gonna run up. The Hydra's just one-shotting everything. The upgrades are very, very good. What? He's got no upgrades. Jesus. Actually, maybe he did have upgrades. Let's just go back for 1 second. He had upgrades, right? Okay, he had 1-1. 1-1. But at the end of the game here, 2-1. All right, he still had some upgrades going, but we were about to be even on upgrades there. Actually, even ahead on upgrades for the Lings, because 1-1 is already done. Actually, excuse me, no, that's not right, because we don't have the attack upgrade for Lings coming. So it's about to be even on upgrades. There was already a supply advantage. The Hydras can shut down everything. Really great defense from Larva in that game number 1. We're gonna jump right on into game number 2. Up here in the top right, it's your boy Larva. In the bottom left, Speed. Getting shut down. Not able to do much in that last game. He tried the Valkyries. He tried the tank push. The idea was definitely good there. Made sense, you know, pushing the natural of the Zerg and then switching over to the third. You can definitely hit stuff from low ground, but Larva did a great job defending everything perfectly. He even took out that drop, prevented it from getting any damage in the main. So feels like Larva had his number in that last game. Now we've got brown. I want to change this, but makes the Terran red, and then you can't see plague on the units. I think it's okay. Should be fine. I can see this pretty well on this tile set. Brown color in the mini map. Let me know if you guys agree. It's kind of a no-win situation here. Maybe I'll leave it like this for now. And if we do get to the point where there's plague, maybe I'll change it. I don't know. I don't know what to do. Can never please everyone. That's the real problem with being a YouTuber, man. It's hard to make everyone happy. I try my best. Always trying to improve. So that's not to say that your suggestions and comments are not respected or wanted. Definitely always trying to get better means that we need your input, and we will try our best. I don't know why I'm talking about myself in the third person and as a plural. Actually, that doesn't make any sense. I will try my best, guys. Acting as though I have a team here or something. I do not. It's just me doing all these edits and slowly learning over time, you know, what works, what doesn't, and trying to improve the viewer experience slowly but surely. Engineering bay on the way here. Looking like a quick +1 build. A quick +1 build here from Speed. That engineering bay far before the academy, so we're not going to see him moving out for quite a while here. I always have a hard time identifying this. I think that a lot of pro players, when they get their Ling across the map, they'll see the number of Marines and look at the timer and just know, okay, you didn't get your second barracks yet, or okay, you got your second barracks and you're gonna push me soon. I'm just not at that level yet. I usually get over here. I just assume that we're gonna have a push because it's usually the case. Where is that? Oh, it's behind this. I think it was M. No, I can't remember how to get rid of that. Ah, Q. There it is. Okay, so we do have the academy behind the mini map here in the bottom left hand corner. Second gas is on the way. 2-hatch muta build here out of Larva. Hasn't taken his third base yet. And we haven't seen a drone sent out either. Looks like drone maybe gonna head across the map now. No, he's sending it back. Third hatch inside the main. So this is more of a 2.5 hatch style. With that hatchery just finishing up now before the spire's done. We'll probably have 2 larvae here by the time that's finished. And then he can produce 8 mutalisks. Or, yeah, 8 mutalisks should be able to pop out here. Oh, trying to get some damage on some of these marines. We don't have stim yet. He almost gets a couple of kills there, but instead just trades out a ling for nothing. Just some energy from those medics, which is going to regenerate here shortly. 7 mutalisks on the way. So not quite able to get all of them. All right, there was only 2 eggs here, or 2 larvae here in the natural when he started those mutas. So a little bit more muta with the 2.5 hatch than with just the straight up 2 hatch. And the timing should be should be just slightly slower than a regular 2 hatch. So it is a very powerful build. It has fallen out of favor a little bit recently, but it is a very strong way of opening, and we'll see what Larva can get done with it. Quite a bit of turrets here in the natural. Just gonna fly straight over this. Going to work here at the bottom. This is the very big point of weakness here for the Terran player. Right below this mineral patch. It's very hard to dislodge these mutas here. He's gonna bring all his marines down. Leaves an opening there to the south, but instead Larva's just gonna fly on out, taking quite a bit of damage on these mutas, but trading out a good number of SCVs. He's actually ahead in that count now. A lot of lings popping out. This is a style that is afforded to you. You can do this if you do have that 3rd hatch finished. The 2.5 hatch gives you so much more larvae. You can start to build up a big amount of lings here in the early mid game, and think about maybe crushing this army. Larva's looking for some damage on this. If he can pick off a couple of marines or maybe a medic or 2, that could be huge. That could really make this incoming attack much more powerful. If he wipes out this army, then Larva will have firm control of this game. He's already started his lurker upgrade. Flyer attacks is about to be done. You don't really want to engage this just yet. Flyer attacks not ready, but he's getting prepared now. Uh-oh. Speed moving out on the map, and this could be a great timing here. Actually, gonna go for a counterattack up into the main. All right. Larva gonna get in here. Gonna go after the comsat, funnily enough. Killing that actually makes it difficult to push through any lurker. Although it does build very quickly, so I almost feel like it would have been better to come in here and kill more turrets with those lings. He's gonna kill most of the turrets in the main though. There's only 1 left, and gonna go to work on some SCVs as well. Not too many mutalisks left here. Just 7 as they fly out. None of them will lose their lives, and hydras are out now. More mutas being produced. The lurker upgrade is just about done. You should have lurkers popping out here, and yeah, he does. Or hydras, excuse me. Lurkers are gonna morph on this ramp. Everything looking very, very nice here for Larva. He's played a brilliant game so far, and he's found himself in a commanding lead at this point. Lings out here at the front, just waiting for the move out. Hive on the way back at home. Diving back into the main once again. Gonna start to kill some more SCVs. We still don't have any science vessels out. And it's going to be a little while here before those start to pop. So it has to come back with most of his Marine forces to defend. Big Marine force heading up here to the top left. I don't think he knows that the base is down here, actually. I think he might be thinking that Larva's taking this one. Here we go, going for a scan there. Now he scans it. Now he sees it. Yeah, he had no idea. He scans and sees that base, but there's already lurkers over here. And Speed is in quite the rough position right now. He's going to lose some Marines here at the front. The Natural is going to get attacked here as well. I think once all these Marines have been killed, he can just keep going. And I think he will. Okay, he's trying to kill off some of these medics. A few Lings breaking off here. He's going to go right over here towards this main base, losing some of those mutas, but killing even more SCVs. And look at that, he's ahead in workers once again, killing off one more worker on the way out. And now I think we're in full transition mode here. No need to keep building mutas anymore. We can switch over completely into Hydralisk and Lurker base coming up down here. We've got the Defiler Mound on the way, and Nidus should be connecting up here shortly. I don't see one just yet. Maybe this is the Nidus gonna go down. There it is. Extra evolution chamber coming online as well. Do we have +1 yet? No, no +1. So this is actually the first Evo chamber. It looks like he wanted to throw down maybe another Evo right there, but didn't have the money to do so. A bunch of Lings ended up getting killed right there. We've got the vessel Irradiate about to finish as well. Larva would love to catch this first vessel. And actually, maybe he did catch one already. I'm not sure about that. We're checking out the base there for the Zerg player. Maybe he only had money to produce one vessel. One of these lurkers goes down, and this could be a close hold. The Nidus just barely pops up. Lurker's gonna run forward. Perfect timing here from Larva, just barely managing to get that Nidus up on time. That egg saved his bacon. Absolutely. Would have ended up getting broken there, I think, had that egg not bought the extra time. Mutas once again here in the main base, gonna kill that one lone turret. Going to work here on some of these SCVs once again. Looks like an Irradiate did come down here in the main, but good splits from Larva, keeps most of those alive. Now he's gonna head out once again. I thought that the time of the muta in this game was over, but he's been doing a great job. Nice snipe. Very nice. Those Lings brought along just to tank shots from the Marines. And now Consume is done. Plague starts immediately, and Larva is holding. I think it's about time to move down the ramp and take the 4th base as well. Hopping through this Nidus, trying to keep as much of this stuff alive as he can. One lurker got irradiated, but I think the other did not. So actually casting the spell and using up the energy, but didn't get the irradiate off. So this Defiler survives and the energy is lost. That's a big win there for Larva. Can't really do that on purpose, but sometimes it just happens like that. Lurker's gonna run up here, burrow, and now the 4th base here is gonna be taken by Larva. Oh man, he's got so many drones right now. Been droning up super hard. Speed gonna have to take a 3rd base. I don't think he can break through anywhere, guys. He's trying to get some good irradiates here at the front, but we're about to have Plague. Plague is actually done now. Once again, hiding that Defiler by running through the Nidus. This could be a huge Plague. Look at all these Marines here on this big clump. Here we go. There it is. I'll change it to blue, just for the sweet satisfaction of all those Plague Marines. You can't really see it if it's red, right? It's hard. It's really hard to see. Sorry if that's confusing for anyone. all you need to do is press shift and tab, and it actually changes the colors from whatever they were in the game to red and blue, but you can't control who's red and who's blue, unfortunately. Seems like the game wants to make it a red Terran, so it is very difficult to see the plague. It's like another plague might have went down there. I think that first one should have run out by now. Ooh, plague on quite a few of these science vessels. Science vessels getting plagued. Very, very annoying. Does kill off this other defiler, but there are Scourge here. And another plague could go down. Actually, it doesn't have energy for any spells right now. Oh! Picking off one of the science vessels. Those plague science vessels, easy kills for these mutas, and he is gonna get a bunch of them. Wait, what are you doing? What are you doing? Holy crap, that was weird. I guess there's a bust over here on this side. The defiler went down, and a bunch of firebats trying to pick all these off. Quite a few of them have gone down. He actually is gonna break this. Surprisingly getting through there. I guess the defiler wasn't ready. Managing to snipe that defiler. And could pick off this base, but running up the ramp actually turns out to be a terrible idea. Now the lurkers are going to be able to get down here with the lings and possibly hold this, although they are both irradiated. Yeah, there's just not enough marines here. It looks like he will be able to hold. These two lurkers do die, but we've got more lings, more hydras popping out. Oh my god, this is getting really close actually. We don't have any lurkers in this area. There's just a few marines here, but more are about to arrive. Looks like base over here has been cleaned up, or the attack over at the main base has been cleaned up. But maybe he can push through here. Okay, he's got no fire bats, so he actually can't get through this. Maybe he could target the hatchery? Targeting the hatchery, not the worst idea in the world. Two more lings coming down. He's gonna try and run up into the main. Oh boy, another defiler gonna come through. Another dark storm gonna go down. Attack into the natural as well. Oh no, that's just some science vessels here. Gonna go to work on a few of these drones. Finally, ultras are gonna pop out. That's what he needed to hold on. Something with a little bit of oomph. Only +1 is done though. +2 attack is finished. So look at that. Even a small group of marines able to pick off the majority of these units. Oh no. Oh man. Eraser trick here in the natural. Larva's not paying attention to it. All these drones are gonna go down behind the mineral patches here. Finally, the marines look like they're gonna get picked off. He's plagued and he's still surviving. How is that fair? Oh my goodness. Okay, finally that does go down, and it looks like he's held on. But at what cost? Well, he's got his third, and he's actually got 33 drones. Surprising, very surprising that he's managed to keep this number of drones up. I'm gonna go ahead and drop some Dark Swarm here. And there's one Ultralisk under Dark Swarm with a lurker that's being plagued. There's just not enough units here. Finally, some Firebat's gonna come through. Looks like he's gonna start to kill this Firebat. +3 armor is done. That chitinous plating finishing up is huge, and he's surrounding and killing off these marines. He's holding. Larva's gonna hold. Oh my god. This is something that's so frustrating actually as a Terran player, really as any race, is when your opponent is just seconds away from death. They're so close to being toppled, but you just barely can't do it. You just can't get it done. Incredibly frustrating, and I don't think that Speed is taking it well. He's gonna come over here and go for an eraser trick once again, killing a lot of drones. Ouch. About 6-7 drones go down there. He's gonna get this defiler as well. Finally, some Scourge do pop out. Gonna end these science vessels here. This is a trick that you can do, but you can't do it forever. Oh my god, all these science vessels are plagued. Where are the mutas? We just need one muta out here, one Hydra with speed and range. Looks like he just doesn't have it at this moment though. Nothing underneath this, by the way. Nothing here. Just a few ultras gonna pop through. He's got 4 armor now. +2 carapace is done. Plus the chitinous plating. More drones are popping out. He's trying to replenish the drone count, but he really needs units right now. He needs anything to hold this off. Come forward for a plague. It could be a huge one. Yes, big plague there. And also getting a flank onto these science vessels. One Hydralisk. Oh, one Hydra. Come on. No speed, no range, so you can't actually kill any of these things. That is a crying shame. Again, speed just so close to breaking through. Not able to get it done, though. 4th base is done. He's actually mining happily here. Hasn't been harassed by LARVA for quite some time. LARVA doing everything he can just to barely hang on in this situation. I think this is going to turn into a Spore. Spore incredibly strong against irradiated vessels especially. But just vessels in general, when they try to come up, they're always going to be getting hit. Gonna come up here. More and more drones popping out. He's still droning up, trying to get back to what he had before. So many drones have gone down this game through a racer trick alone. Quite frustrating for our Zerg player. But now finally getting back up to that drone count. However, we are at that 21-minute mark, and the gas geyser has now run out in the main. This one is getting low as well. We're going to need a 5th base shortly, or we're just going to be sitting here on 2 gas mining in very short order. Another Defiler pops out. Another Darkstorm will go down. Barely able to defend once again, but looks like Speed gonna try and push forward. He's gonna go after the Nidus. Nidus is gonna go down very, very fast. Enough lurkers, though, endlings, I think, popped out. Just barely enough to save this here. LARVA, oh, he's just on the edge of defeat. He's got nothing left in the main. Nothing is here, guys. I don't see a Defiler. I don't see any ultras. Finally, one does pop out. But it's going to be gunned down immediately. +3 is done. So these Marines do fantastically well against the Ultra. Look, he's only going to get 1 hit. That Ultra did only 1 attack before dying there. Because it was glitched on top of all these eggs. Another Ultra goes down, and I think he's finally done it. Speed. Able to just macro through this. Powering down LARVA by keeping on the pressure over and over again. GG, LARVA taps out, and Speed takes game number 2. Okay, popping on into game number 3. We've got Speed here, setting up for a wall-in on Neosylphid. LARVA, once again, brown. I don't know how we keep getting brown color for LARVA. I'm pretty sure it's random color selection. Maybe there's a few colors that you can't get. I think brown should be among those, though. It's so hard to see on the minimap. Brown and black. Incredibly difficult to see. We'll change it over to blue. And yeah, he is going to set up a wall here. So I think we're going to see a tech build out of Speed. And there's the refinery. Whenever I see the wall on Neosylphid, this is a really easy wall to do. And whenever I see this wall, I always expect that we're going to have 2-port Wraith. Whenever I'm playing against it on the ladder, it really works out well. It's so hard to break through here. Even with Hydra, you have to kind of like run in this little tight area before you can start to hit anything. The SCVs can repair in a wide surface area, and you can barely get any surface area in here, so I understand the play. Drone gonna get in here and spot in the main base. Should be able to see this factory and know that he doesn't need a super early sunken colony. If you don't see the factory, if you see the gas and you don't see the factory could be out in the middle of the map, and then you need the sunken colony to start the moment this hatchery is finished. But since he sees the factory here, he knows that he can just throw that down at a leisurely pace. 3-minute 30 is the correct time to throw that down and prevent any vultures from running by. Or at least prevent the first vulture from getting into your main base. So, a lair here on the way. As this factory finishes up, will we see 2-port Wraith? I see 2 SCVs pulled off the line. There's the first starport. And yeah, a second starport gonna start here. There it is. 2 starport Wraith on Neo Sylphid. We've seen this before against Larva. I think that Barracks brought this out earlier this week against Larva and got completely shut down because Larva likes to go, we've seen, for the burrow play and then right into Muta. And the Wraiths come in, they start to hit the drones, burrow comes down, he keeps all the drones alive, Mutas pop up, all the drones get back to mining, and then the position is really, really good for Larva. Got absolutely shut down when Barracks tried to go for it. Let's see how speed fares. There's the burrow already on the way here. Spire as well, so it is the exact same response from Larva as before. This is a really nice play. I like to go Hydras against this, and that can be good, but if you end up having just a factory and then he goes directly, you know, he doesn't build 2 starport, just goes directly into Marines, it can be a little tough to hold off with just pure Marine or with just pure Hydra. But with this play, all you're investing in is burrow, and then you're still gonna have those Mutalisks out to deal with everything else. Going after 1 drone here. It looks like the burrow just barely not gonna be in time. There it is, burrow's done. Oh, unfortunate there. The shot from the Wraith landed just after the burrow happened, so the instant unburrow from the drone, that's automatic. Can't be helped. I'm gonna burrow the rest of these drones though, and save every last one of them. So far just 2 drones ended up getting killed. Not bad for this first attack, but not exactly what you're looking for. An Overlord gonna go down here in the main as well. Can he get 2? The Spire is done. How close are we to Scourge popping out? Not that close. We go after another drone here, but instant burrow. Now the Scourge are out, and Larva has defended. So 2 Overlords, 2 drones. Taking the tally here of how many kills have gone down from this Cloak Wraith play. Look, Cloak is now on the way. Got a couple of turrets coming up here as well. Another Overlord here in the top right is going to fall. So total 3 Overlords have been killed now, and the Scourge are looking for this. Maybe he can track this down. He's just hanging out here by the temple, but has managed to escape. Scourge certainly have terrible vision range. Great micro there by Speed, able to pick off a couple of those Scourge. And his position not looking too bad, although drone count is even, or almost perfectly even here, 19 to 20. We've got 6 Mutas against how many Wraiths? 6 Wraiths versus 6 Mutas. The Mutas have a lot more, are a lot more robust. Oh, he loses 1. I don't know how he was able to target the same Muta every shot there, but somehow able to pick one of them off. Like the Wraiths are starting to get low here. 2nd Muta falls, 3rd Muta falls, and 1 Wraith has fallen. That's it. Gonna get another Overlord here on the outside of this. Getting some more pot shots as well. Another couple of Mutas go down. This is going really well so far. But the Wraiths are getting very low. Another Overlord falls. We've got to be careful with these Wraiths. They are paper planes. Coming into the natural once again. Gonna get 1 more Overlord. Okay, he's got to back away now. Taking some good shots here on these. Actually getting quite a few kills on these Mutas. Dropping now to just 5 Wraiths. Another good shot there. Oh, 2 more Wraiths go down and a 3rd as well. All right, I think we've done enough here. Only 2 Wraiths left. He's still trying to micro this. But in low numbers like this, it's not a winning situation. I think too many wraiths were killed, guys. There was a lot of good trading, but you can't be allowing your wraiths to die. As the wraiths get lower and lower, you want to bring them back. Like if he had 6 wraiths brought back here and he'd killed like 1 less overlord, 2 less mutas, brings back all 6 and repairs them and then moves out, he might be able to have more wraiths than what Larva can field in terms of muta. But now Larva is rolling here with 2 gas and 3 hatches. Oh, nice burrow there, keeping that drone alive. Yeah, with 2 gas and 3 hatches. Look, he's already put together 11 mutas and more popping out all the time. We've only got 4 wraiths here. Imagine if he had 6 more. He would have 10 wraiths already. I guess he'd have 9 wraiths because he brought back 1, right? So 9 wraiths would have been much better fight than just what he's got here at the moment. Looks like missile turret went down. We don't have a Ling here at the natural burrow, but now we do. Ling gonna come up and burrow itself here, making it difficult for a CC to come down. Even if he throws the CC down right here, if he's attacking or something and he tries to just build a base behind that, Ling can unburrow and kill that SCV. It's very, very annoying, and it's looking to me like we're just gonna have a Marine Wraith push here out of speed. And we've seen this work from Flash, but I think that was with a natural base. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think there was a little more economy behind this build when Flash did it. And seeing that there's no natural, the response from Larva immediately going to be throwing down the Hydra's Den and getting into Lurker, and that puts a huge timer on this play. You're not going to be able to push through Lurkers here. You don't have tanks building as speed. He's actually trapped his SCV. That's funny. Maybe that's actually on purpose. Trapping the SCV up here in the corner. Yeah, that's part of the control group here, it looks like. In order to get this this Wraith clump to micro like mutas. He sees the Marines are moving out. A couple of Sunkens here at the front. Gonna be thrown down here to help hold off and buy time. Lurker upgrade is nearly there. Armor is nearly there as well. Gonna hit the timing here with Stim that's gonna be right before the Lurkers come out. So maybe this can work from speed. He's got quite a few cloak rates. Managing to get up pretty high, but oh god, a spore here at the front. That's gonna be super, super annoying. Now we're gonna dive forward here, jumping on top of this. Marine's going to work, but this is so many mutas here at the front. Cleans up the Marines incredibly quickly, and the spore honestly can do the rest. These wraiths will never push through this spore, and the Marines here, all of them going down. That's gonna be it. Oh, replay. There's the replay bar. I'll have to edit that out later. GG is called, and Larva takes game number 3, giving himself a lead here as we jump into game number 4. Wow, another game on Neosylphid. That's crazy. Finally getting the white color here for the Zerg. Red on Terran. Well, we can't really see plagues. There we go. We'll get the blue here for the Terran. Red for the Zerg. That's a little bit better. And Terran here in the bottom right. Speed, he tried it, man. He tried to pull off the 2-port Wraith play, but Larva's showing us the perfect method of holding that off. Now comes the next gimmick. Center racks here from Speed. He's gonna try and put the pressure onto Larva in the early game, and I think Larva's gonna go for a 12 hatchery here, and that could spell trouble for Larva in this game. I'll have to see how many SCVs are pulled when Larva figures out that this is coming, and how he responds to it, how his drone micro is, and how the Marine the handling with the Marines is as well on the side of speed. He showed some great finesse in that game number 2. And his overall control with Wraiths was pretty impressive. But, you know, when your opponent handles things perfectly, it's so hard to get anything done with that Wraith play. The Burrow was fantastic. The Mutalisk defense was near perfection as well. Some extra Overlords did die, of course. Some of them just kind of flying out into no man's land and getting picked off. But in the end, just able to hold that off without hardly any trouble. First couple of Marines going to head over towards the natural. And will we have a bunker here? Overlord going to spot this. He knows immediately a bunch of drones are being pulled from the main. Here they come to be keeping an eye on these drones' health. Oh, great pull away by one of the drones, but the first drone is going to fall. Another drone going to go down here. 2 drones have been killed already. 3 drones now have been killed, and that is enough. More than enough damage here. A 4th drone going to go down. Brilliant for Speed. Speed is going to be completely happy with that. Full-on drone production here. Just one set of Lings going to be created on the side of Larva. He really needs to make up for the damage that's been done here. Those 2 Lings going to pop out here. Deal with this. Oh, come on. Attack that. All right. I don't know what those were doing. Vulture is going to be the follow-up from Speed. We'll send that across the map here shortly, but we already have the Creep Colony finishing up. Sunken Colony going to be well in time here to deal with this Vulture that's coming across the map. Lings are going to split and hide themselves somewhere out on this map. Try to hide from the Vulture. Don't allow it to pick them off for free. Looks like the barracks floating back actually spotted this Ling. So he's going to obfuscate somewhere on the map, changing trajectory here up towards the top left. Make sure that he doesn't get caught while he drones up. 17 to 17. Even though he did lose 4 early drones, still in a reasonable spot here. Wraith is going to come out and do some additional damage. We could end up seeing him lose this Wraith, or this Overlord. We could end up seeing him lose another Overlord here in the natural as well. The layer is still quite a ways away, and the Wraith is already about halfway done. Here we go, going after some drones. He gets 1 more drone, but trading it for a Vulture. Not the greatest trade in the world. We're still 16 to 17. 4 more drones in production, so Larva is about to burst ahead in that drone count. First Wraith is, our first Overlord probably going to go down here. Actually, he doesn't see it. Will he miss this? Nope, he's going to find it. Overlord going to be picked off here outside of the Terran natural. Hydralisk going to be the play to defend here. He knows that he's not going to be able to get Mutalisk out in time, so pop in a few Hydras in order to defend this. I'd love to see him go for Speed Overlord here quickly as well. Drop play on the way. I was saying Speed Overlord because the best, or one of the main follow-ups for this play, oh, Spire's coming up. One of the main follow-ups is to lay mines everywhere. And if you go for Speed Overlord right away and you start building some Hydras, you can attack into the Terran player and actually get some damage. It's possible. Or you can move out and just take multiple bases. That's also a good possibility. It's hard to move out if you don't have Overload speed and there's mines on the map. Trying to find a spot here where the Wraith can get some damage but can't be hit by these Hydras. And he looks like he's found that spot. No, I think he can get hit now. Playing with the range here of that Wraith, just being super annoying. There we go. Cloaking on the way as well. Still more Wraiths being produced and a second starport. So he's actually going for a delayed 2 starport play this game, which is very surprising because we've already got the Spire just about done. I think he's going to drop a command center here soon. We've got 400 minerals. Oh, the drop into the main. How many kills do we have? 3 kills already. Looks like a few drones have gone down. Sunken colony is there. Sorry guys, I missed that. Let's go on back and watch that play once again. All right, while that Wraith was being very annoying, distracting our Zerg player, forcing him to move these drones around and pull the Wraiths around as well. Look, he's actually building a creep colony. Maybe he was expecting there to be... Oh no, he's gonna build this right away. That's funny. How did he know? How did he know that there was gonna be a drop here? Got all the drones going down, going after quite a few of these. Pretty successful drop here. Killing like 4 or 5 drones overall. Not bad at all. Sunken is now up. Drone number's been dropped to 13, now 12. Still dealing damage over here. He's got 2 kills. One of those must have been an overlord. The vultures sharking around the main base, looking for more damage. Looks like they're not gonna get it. As this last vulture goes down, will be the end of the aggression here. He got 1 more drone, really? He got 1 more. Crazy, crazy harassment here from Speed, and he still has that dropship alive and everything. Wraiths are out on the map. They've got the cloak, so he can't actually attack right now. Larva can't, because he doesn't have Overlord speed. 2 Wraiths out here has actually brought back that other one. So that he can repair that, keep that alive. Picking off the Scourge there. Scourge get the full scout. They see the 2-port Wraith, but there's little that he can do about it right now except for try to drone up a little bit and work his way into a good number of Mutalisk. Hydras are going to be very useful as well. Trying to save these overlords here, buying some time for the Mutas to get out and come to the defense. Gonna get some shots on this. Wraiths getting some shots of their own. Nice hits from Larva, almost picking off a Wraith here. So far, better trading out of Larva than in that last game. And learning his lesson. Speed gonna send his Wraiths home before losing any. And start to heal these back up. He's also got his natural base up and running. So things are looking a lot better for Speed this game. He actually stands a very reasonable chance of taking this one. He's 9 workers ahead. Gotta heal up these other 2 Wraiths, man. The Wraith number is getting pretty good. Already with 7. Still continuing with that Wraith production as well. How many Mutas do we have? 9 Mutas here. Oh, keep on doing that, man. Sorry about that. Super annoying. I keep clicking the A key by accident. Trying to click W. I don't know why that keeps happening. But I will cover that progress bar so it doesn't ruin anything for you guys. We've got a good clutch here of Wraiths, and more are coming. He's gonna go up to 10 Wraiths. I don't think he'll build many more than that. You can't really... There's no precedent for microing more than 1 group of Wraiths. And actually, Larva sending everything across the map here. He's just gonna go and try to break this. There's no turrets here yet, and that's a big problem. Turrets are rapidly coming up here in the natural, but he might end up just dying straight up to this. Going after the bunker here. Lings are making short work of that. One Overlord here at the front. More Overlords are coming up as well, but the Wraiths are doing a ton of damage. Still a good number of Mutas here, and when they can fight head to head, the Mutas should win that battle. Hydra's here at the front. Mutas up, taking fights, taking trades with this. He's gonna kill this 1 missile turret here, it looks like. Hydra gonna go down though, waiting for some more units. Does Larva have anything else on the way? He's even in drone count, killing off quite a few SCVs here at the front. Still about 7 wraiths. He's gonna lose so many overlords. Oh my goodness, so many going down. Missing a bit of the micro here. Finally gonna start to chase these down, but I wish that Larva would have sent the overlords with this. Gotta right click the overlords on the mutas to make sure that they're trailing all the time. Otherwise, you're just gonna run out of that vision as soon as you get too far away. Sorry about that, guys. I had to cough. Still not feeling the greatest. I feel a lot better, but I'm still got this terrible, terrible cough. The wraiths here having to back off. The missile turrets are being rebuilt, but this is so many mutas now. And with some Scourge here, we're just not incrementing out the wraiths as quickly as the mutas can come across the map. Some Marines are popping out, but +1's not quite done yet. Do we even have stim? I'm not sure about that. Some mines going down here, but that's not going to help you too much against mutas. We're going to make a bunker here at the front. Marines still getting picked off. The wraith number is so incredibly low. I want to see him pull some more SCVs here to the natural and start to repair some of these, because otherwise they're all going to go down. Diving forward here, Larva gonna pick off the last of the race. One of them being repaired is gonna go down as well. Picking off that last one. And now going to work here on the SCVs at the natural. Gonna kill off the bunker as well. I think this is it. I think he's done it. This is why you don't want to go 2-port Wraith versus Larva. He will out metagame you. He will outplay you. Muta control just a little bit too good. Mutas in general just a little bit too good. Wraiths, paper planes, not the optimal solution to fighting against Muta. He did a great job picking off a lot of overlords and beating back the original attack, but it looks like there's just way too many Mutas here. As more arrive, he's gonna finish off this last turret. All the SCVs here are gonna go down, and that's got to be that. Oh, a drop here into the main. Dealing a little bit more damage. Looks like he's only got 1 kill on that. And maybe like 1 drone, but a ton more drones pop out, jumping up to 26. GG is called as the CC falls. Larva steals that game away. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna see Speed go 2-port Wraith anymore in this series, man. Larva just has this build mapped. Knows exactly how to counter it. Takes him down there. Speed with 1 game win in this series. Going on now to our next game here that's coming right up. All right, game number 4, back over to Polypoid. What's this, game number 5? Game number 5. Back over to Polypoid. Let's go. Orange Zerg down here in the bottom left. Yellow in the top left. Or vertical spawns here. We've got finally some decent colors, which we can tell apart, and we can see everything we need to on the minimap, as well as all of the abilities. Plague. It's a little harder to see maybe this orange underneath a Dark Swarm. I'm not too sure, but well, that might be a factor. Of course, if Speed just hits Shift Tab, that's not really a problem. But just something to mention. Something to fill up the airtime here at the start of the game as we get into this one. We got Speed here, no gas thus far, so not another tech build. Oh, okay, good. Almost proved me wrong there. But yeah, I don't want to see him do another tech build. I want to see him go for another, you know, early +1 or a 2 racks play, because he seemed much better with those builds. It's not that he was bad at all with the Wraith play, but I felt like he overcommitted a little bit, and Larva was just way too good at handling those plays. Really reading him like a book and just countering everything very nicely. I'm gonna have to go back and look at a couple of those games actually, just for my own reference. You know, I definitely see what he's doing, but to really like break down the build order and figure out exactly the timing on all of those things, like the timing on the burrow upgrade, the number of drones you want to get to hold everything off. Yeah, we'll go back and take a look at that after this cast, but for now we're going into 2 racks. So yes, 2 racks play. Is it going to be at the academy? An academy is coming up, so that early stim upgrade be coming through here. SCV is about to get picked off. 5 HP, 1 last hit will finish that scouting SCV. He bought a little time for himself. Has 3 Marines now, and a 4th is going to be popping out shortly. The 2nd barracks is going to finish up. More Marines are going to be incoming. He'll probably throw down a supply depot here at the front, if I had to guess. He's using the finishing of the command center here to kind of supplement his supply for now. Running back onto the ramp, we'll have to pull SCVs here. Don't want to lose any of these. Running forward. Okay, that was a little bit weird. Juking back and forth there. But speed finishes up now, so this becomes much more dangerous. We don't know here as speed whether we've got more lings on the way or not. Just gonna have to be careful here. Stay in a good position, pulling all the SCVs away again. Larva doing a good job of threatening that. That's actually a lot of lost money. You don't really notice it until you start playing ZVZ. How much money is lost when you pull away from your mineral patches just one time here in Broodwar. He's hiding the medics on the high ground. That's interesting. He doesn't want to give away that he's gone for the early academy until the last possible moment. Now he's going to start to move across the map. Here are the medics. He's going to kill a couple of lings here. That really crushes the power of the counterattack. Firebats come out as well. That honestly shuts that down pretty darn well. Sees the engineering bay here in the natural. Marines are going to pop out. He should gun that down, no problem. Firebat's taking care of these lings. Army moving across the map here. 2 Sunkens are done, so no further damage will happen. Oh, getting 2 SCVs. Wait, a third? Oh, 4 SCVs. Are you kidding me? 5, 6. Oh man, that is really bad. But he runs forward. He guns down one of these sunken colonies. 1 sunken's not going to do anything against this. Man, that was a pretty good move there by speed, picking off that sunken. But the remainder of the drones are going to be evacuated here. Looks like he lost about 1 to 2 drones in that defense, but looks like you're going to lose a Marine as well. And he's losing a lot of mining time here. What I was trying to say earlier is that it really does reduce your mining by quite a lot, pulling away. You lose out on a ton of Marines, ton of minerals. 2 more drones go down as the remainder of the Marines finally get picked off. He focuses down 1 last Muta though. And in the end, this is a pretty decent trade for speed. It would have been a lot better if he would have held those 2 lings a little bit more successfully. They ended up picking off, what was it, 4 SCVs? But definitely trading back even stronger on the other side of the map. Picking off quite a lot of drones and forcing the rest off the line for a long time. Only 4 mutas here, but he manages to get another couple of SCVs. As that count continues to grow here, should be able to deal additional damage. 3rd gas coming up now. We've got the 5 mutaflock. Not enough to get through some turrets. You don't want to dive by any of these turrets, especially not here. If you ended up diving into this spot, this is a really nice spot to hang out with the mutas, but when you have this turret here, it can become a bit of a death trap. 3 turrets here at the natural as well. Speed 5 workers ahead, but this is not a hugely significant lead. Plenty more mutas on the way. +1 attack is also coming up here. 3rd gas is now mining. Be able to afford a lot more mutas here coming up shortly. 7 more in production. I think that we're going to see Larva try to beat down one of these areas. Most likely the main, I would say. As soon as the Marines start to move out, come in here and try to kill the main turrets, wipe this out. Here is also a great option. If you can get on top of this and knock out what's protecting these barracks, we don't really have much Marine production here, just the 2 barracks. So if you can get on top of this and prevent any more Marines from popping out, once you surround and kill the Marines, it's pretty much a done deal. You should be able to win from there. A lot of turrets coming up here for speed. He's got 6 turrets. Actually, maybe even 7. Yeah, there's another one under there. 7 turrets here in the natural. And Queen's Nest coming up. Lurker upgrade on the way. Larva's not fully committing to this, and I feel like a bit of a misread here from Speed. I think he thinks he did more damage than he actually did with that earlier attack. He thinks that his opponent is kind of all in here. He's even going for a Valkyrie. He's building so many turrets. Look at how many turrets we've got here in the main. 6 turrets, 7 in the main, 7 in the natural as well. Oh, now we can't see anything. Picking off a turret here and there, but still keeping that 11 meter strong. No more on the way here. I heard a scan go down. He must have seen the hive. So he must know now that he needs to transition out of this. You're not going to be able to win with Valkyrie here. Needs a science facility to start up. We need to get more barracks on the way as well. Completely even on the worker count. And Larva's actually looking better and better now. I feel like truly Speed overestimating the amount of resources that Larva was dedicating to the Mutalisk here. I'm gonna pick off this gas geyser, just slowing that down by a little bit. It's going to slow down the science vessel production that much more. These Valkyries are gonna get out here, but we've already got lurkers. He's gonna put down a couple of sunken colonies as well, just to be safe. But you can head out on the map with these lurkers. You can put the lurkers like maybe here, or here, or here, and burrow them and hold position them, and you're probably not going to scan in the right location to find these. Seems like Larva not interested in trying that. Instead, he's just gonna stay defensive here. He knows he's in a good spot. He's already got more hatches on the way. He has +1 coming up here. Let me see. Yeah, that's +1. We've got Valkyries on the map. Gonna try and pick those off if he can. Heck, might as well. It's worth it. These are very expensive units. If you can get them for just the cost of a couple of Scourge, it's incredibly worth. Got +1 done here for Speed, but no +2 notably on the way here. No additional upgrades coming. That may be a result of not having the gas earlier on. That can be a pain in the butt when you're trying to get into Vessel. If you just didn't have that gas early enough on. Looks like a counterattack heading towards the natural. It's not going to engage there. Plenty of lurkers here. 6 lurkers and 2 sunkens. You are never gonna break through that. I don't care who you are, Speed. You could be Flash himself. You're not gonna break through this natural right now. He's gonna stim up and run up here. Guns down 1 lurker, not bad, but oh my goodness. Golly gee, that is a lot of dead Marines. Yikes. All right, Speed, I think you might be out of this game, buddy. Might be time to forfeit. Already 20 supply behind now. I don't know how many Marines went down there, but it was a lot. And GG is called. Speed, he scans, he taps out, and this series goes overwhelmingly to Larva as he takes that last game. Guess that's what, 4 to 1 for Larva Definitely showing that he is still a contender. He's still a major factor here in the Brood War scene. His opponent's Speed managed to get a nice win there in game number 2. I thought that was a great game, showing off his speed, his multitasking, and just taxing the Zerg player to the absolute limit. But he wasn't able to do that any more times in this series. It was just straight up LARVA taking better trades. That final game, I think, was a misstep from Speed. I think he could have had a much better game had he kind of read the situation a little bit better. But hell, he got in the natural. He killed the Sunkens. He got a bunch of drone kills. He thought he was in a better position than he was. I think he played that out perfectly if he had killed every drone at the natural. If we'd seen LARVA drop, very, very low in the number of drones he had there, maybe that would have been fine. But LARVA was not forced into an all-in position there. He drones up, techs out of it, and takes that win. And guys, with that, our series is over. It's been fun, but until the next one, guys, this has been your daily dose of Brood War. See you tomorrow.